Welcome to Sports and Music Lounge. Give it up for my hosts, Nard and KP.
All right, guys, we're back. SML, we got Nard, we got Ice James in the house. Nard wants to kick it off. Go ahead, Nard.
Yeah, show, man, you know what I'm saying? Richmond town, you know what I'm saying? I got a nice little question for you, man, you know what I'm saying? So, you're a music guy, you know what I'm saying? And we had a lot of, you know what I'm saying, artists that, you know, kind of passed away, you know what I'm saying, during these few years. So, have you ever shed a tear for one of the artists that passed away now, future? I mean, not future, but now, past?
Yeah, actually, I was working at Applebee's in Regency back in 04.
Okay.
When Rick James passed. It was August 6th, I'll never forget it. And it's funny because it's a perfect segue to the conversation we were having off camera.
Word.
So the way that the name came about, Ice James was, all right, I got to figure out how can I monetize my music because I can't use the name Sho, because Sho is short for Sho K. That's my middle name. So I was like, all right, on one side of my family, I'm known as the rapping guy that know where, you know, the party and the festivities are, for lack of a better term. On the other side of my family, I'm known as the singer who know where the party, the festivities, and pink toes, for lack of a better term, know what all that is. So it's like, all right, Rick James, a singer, Ice-T was known as a rapper / actor. So it's like, let me combine these. So I told my uncle, I says either Rick T or Ice James. It's Ice James, that's it, go with that, use it. And we laughed, and it was just a joke. I went to an open mic and did it and said Ice James, and the next thing you know, like, people were calling me that when I got off the stage. So it's
nice.
Like,
Okay.
all right, well, let me just stick with it and run with it. Because everybody who know me be like, man, that's Sho. Yeah, they ain't gonna pay that, you know, so it's like, you know what I mean?
So in the vein of Rick James.
Yeah, absolutely.
And based on that story, you do like to party all the time.
I did. Until life slowed me down, you know, kids and, you know, getting older, father time undefeated, but, you know, I've had some fun in my day.
Yeah.
Unless you LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron got the vibranium.
Yeah. So looking into your bio, you wrote your first song when you were 5 years old. And you said a few of your musical heroes are one, Bobby Blue Bland. You also have a few more musical heroes. Who would you say you pattern your music behind, or who would you say that you basically, what genre do you fit in? Are you down home blues? Are you R&B? Are you rap? Are you hip hop? Are you a melting pot like neo soul? Who would you say consider yourself?
I like to think that when people hear it, they would just label it as art and not put it into a category, because it's so, like, positionless basketball, for example.
That's right.
If you 6'10" like a Ben Simmons and you got the ability to dribble and bring the ball up the court,
You Magic Johnson.
there's no reason why you should be playing the 4. And I mean, I would hope people would take that compliment, thank you, by the way, would take that away and feel as if, you know, Jason Kidd, because Jason Kidd, my favorite basketball player of the 90s outside of who Jordan was.
Gotcha.
And so I just wanted to try to be able to do it all. I grew up heavily influenced in the rap first and foremost, so Rakim was one of my biggest influences.
Okay.
And then as I began to sing when I was around 11 or 12, Boys and Men and Brian McKnight were kind of who I patterned myself after.
Dope artists.
And then as I got older, Music Soul Child came along right around the time I was turning 17, 18, so I fell into that wave. And then from there, when I first heard Anthony Hamilton, it was like, that's it. And it's like, but I heard him on, he was on Apollo one night doing, you know, they had the fill-ins after amateur night. They had like somebody do like a quick fight, and he was unheard of at this time. Nappy Roots had just dropped the Po Folks.
Yes, Po Folks, all my life.
So nobody even knew who he was at this time, and on the national scene. So he came up and he started singing. He sung Charlene before anybody even knew what it was.
Yeah.
And he was crying at the end of the performance, and I was like, who the hell is this dude?
He felt that.
And I was going through that at that time, so it was like, I don't know who that dude is, but I'm gonna watch everything he doing there from that point forward. He became my favorite artist of all time. So
you actually have you seen him perform after that?
Yeah, I met him. My uncle has a band, the band Belief, and we actually got the chance to open for him back in, was it August of 08?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
my wife and my mom are big fans of him. I've actually seen him like 3 times.
Yeah, I met him then. I met him in 2012 when he was at the Landmark. I met him at Bojangles in '06 was the first time I met him.
Bojangles.
Oh,
Yeah,
Bojangles.
Bojangles.
Yeah, I remember Mike Jones. We were in there for that. Mike Jones.
So,
yeah.
so when you writing, Show, I mean, so what you like to do, man, when you writing?
I try to make it as introspective as possible, so that way, for one, if there is a lesson tangible in it, somebody else can take away from my experiences, whether it's a mistake or something that I did that, you know, glorifying in that moment. And two, I just try to make it as palatable as possible without compromising any part of it.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just, I know what I would want to hear from somebody who I would deem as one of my favorite artists, like Pac, for an example. Pac music is timeless because he's not speaking just from a place of literary excellence where he's putting all of the time and making sure that the cadences and the syntax is all in place. It's more from just the raw emotion of talking about Brenda having a baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I always try to take that approach because Shed So Many Tears is my favorite rap song of all time.
Gotcha.
So when I write, I try to write from that space. Like, what made Pac want to go back in elementary, I thrived on misery. So, you know what I mean? Like, I always want to speak from a place where I'm that vulnerable. So, you know, that's what vulnerability is the key to what I think my music entails.
Okay.
Yeah, got you.
All right.
So being a Pac fan, right? You could basically feed off of Pac can do a Brenda's Got a Baby, and they can turn around and do a How Do You Want It?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
So you basically understand the ebbs and flows of the industry as far as like music and what to put out and what to promote and what you like and what maybe your fans would take and like.
And
So
you find that fine line because for
Exactly.
me, I grew up singing classical music. So all of this is foreign technically.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Oh,
So from that standpoint, I had to learn how to sing R&B and
Yeah.
kind of assimilate backwards, if you will. So like technicality is the key to that world.
Yeah.
So it's just about having the discipline to do exactly what's asked of you, no more, no less. And in R&B, it's the exact opposite. The more you can improv, the more you can go into church riffs, and the more gospel oriented you can make secular music be.
Or feed into your crowd.
Yeah.
Feed the audience.
Yeah,
If you,
which
you
is-
see something that your audience likes, you
Give them that,
Give
yeah.
them more of it, and
So-
take a little bit away, and then give it to them some more. Got you.
So with that being said, for me, that's why I say I would hope that somebody would hear it and just think of it as art as opposed to putting a label on it, because you might miss a gem from it that you would have been able to hear if you didn't have a preconceived notion in your mind going into it, listening to it.
Got you. So
open man. I got you.
yeah. So again, Ice, you stated that Rick James is your favorite R&B artist, correct?
Anthony Hamilton.
Anthony Hamilton is your favorite.
Yeah, of all time.
You like Rick James.
Yeah, Rick James
Yeah,
definitely
Rick James.
influenced.
The influence of Rick James. Wild guy and very talented too. Buffalo.
Only the green side of exactly Buffalo. Yeah,
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills. Only the green side of Rick, by the way.
Yeah.
This side that ain't never been my wave. So.
Yeah, most definitely.
But I gotta clear that up. 'cause
Yeah.
everybody-
No. I mean, no. Talent wise,
Yeah. For the people at home.
Rick James penned a lot.
Absolutely.
Rick James did a lot. I mean, he could play those instruments. I mean, and he had that ear. He could do it.
Yeah.
You know. So my question to you is, besides singing, do you play any instruments?
I played keys, and I started off playing the violin when I was young in the summer.
I played violin for 6 years.
I played for 3.5. I wasn't great, but I was okay. I didn't make a chair when I actually auditioned my 6th grade year. That's when I put it back down.
Gotcha.
But and it wasn't really resources for it once I got outside of elementary school. Like
Yeah.
at John B. Carey, it was a lot of resources. We had a orchestra teacher, but in middle school at Albert Hill, you play the violin, man, you need to go to another school.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool we're talking about it because you are a product of RPS, just like myself and Nard, Richmond Public Schools. And my orchestra teacher was Mr. Shaw, who is like the brother of Plunky. You know, Plunky's brother. You
That's
know what I
crazy.
mean?
I talked to Plunk 2 days ago.
Yeah, and Plunky's wife.
Jamaya and I grew up together since kindergarten.
Gotcha. And Plunky's wife was my English teacher in 7th grade.
Oh yeah, Miss Branch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey man, man, yo.
Oh man, y'all talking like y'all about to bring out the yearbook.
This is Richmond. Miss Branch, man. Yo, I tell you a story off camera.
Okay, yeah. You say that.
Miss Branch got me in trouble big time, yo. I got myself in trouble because I was just acting a fool. But
So show, man. So what you listening to rap hip hop wise, man? You know what I'm saying? Like right now.
Being completely honest with you, when I'm in the process of recording, I really don't listen to a lot of people. So it's been a while since I've listened to anything other than what's thrown on the social media sites. So like Kendrick last project, I ran across that. JID, I heard a couple of cuts off his last album. It was a pretty dope album. Of course, everybody heard the God Did verse.
Yeah.
I ain't listened to the rest of Khaled album, but I heard that verse. But
Khaled album nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I just been.
I like Jada's joint on Khaled album.
I hadn't even heard it.
Interlude.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I feel you.
I just been working so much, man, and working
Focus.
on trying to lock in and knock out what we got going on. So.
Got you. So during the pandemic, have you done a lot of work as far as your production and stuff like that during the pandemic? We're just getting out of that.
That's what actually kind of brought me back to it. I was doing medical transportation and coaching Little League basketball. Really wasn't even thinking about music at the time. So my 11-year-old son, him and I would play a game where he would just spit random words and I would just combine them into a rhyme. And he was like, Dad, you real good at this. Why don't you get back on stage and just do something? And I was like, man, I'm past that point in life. He's like, but you always tell us pursue our dreams and you ain't do yours. And then that moment of humility hit me. Was like,
That perspective, right?
I can't be a hypocrite if I don't try again. So from there, when the pandemic hit, we lost the contract doing medical transportation. And it was like, all right, well, let me put some music out there. I was fortunate enough that the music caught on a little bit. It got on a couple different playlists. We got up to a couple 100,000 views on Amazon, Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, all of the DSPs. So once it started to generate a little bit of traction, it was like, oh, I might still have something.
Yeah.
And then from there, I ran into JC, and we've been rocking there since. So.
Hey, one thing about this industry, man, it's never too late.
Yeah.
You know, one thing about life, it's never too late. And it's good.
At this point, for me, I just look at it more of a thing where wherever it winds up, so be it. But I'm the father of 10. I got 5 boys and 5 girls. I got 4 kids that's already into music. So for me, I'm building networks and bridges and foundations. So when they decide to pursue whatever they want to pursue in life, whether it's music or otherwise, I have the resources, or somebody around me have the resources tangible to be able to push them forward. So that's really my primary focus. And with that focus, I've been able to get much further than I was back in the day when I was focused on the fame or the notoriety or any of the materialistic stuff. And then when you get older, you should get a more divine perspective. And I know God using this as a catalyst for me to get somewhere else and help more people. So
Hey, show me, you can't play no favorites with them kids, bro.
Oh no, I can't.
Okay,
no.
all right, okay.
They think I got a favorite, but they all get on my nerves. I promise you. I promise you.
Tell them, you might forget a name or two.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard work. No lie. I feel like I gotta get a CDL to take everybody to do something. But I push through, man. Yeah, shout out to my babies, man. All 10 of them.
That's right. So moving forward, man. Where do you see your career in the next 5 years? Where do you see you?
I just want to be in a position where, because for like 6 months in the pandemic, I literally was just able to survive off my music. And that level of empowerment was like unparalleled. So if I'm able to, or if we are collectively able to get back to a point where we're a self-sustaining entity within our music, then sky the limit, man. I'm not even gonna put any limitations on what God can do.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So whatever God got for me, I just hope that I'm able to be used as a vessel and, pay it forward.
Now, Sho, another quick question for you. Are there any artists that you would like to work with, or a dream artist that you would love to have worked with?
Well, I'll answer that twofold.
Okay.
Currently, yeah, it's quite a few. I'm actually willing to work with anybody who's willing to get in there and work.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because
so top 5.
All right. In no particular order, producers, artists. So let's
go producers first.
All right, producers in no order. Jermaine Dupri. I think everybody has a dream to want to work with Dr. Dre.
Just got that Emmy on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, JD Dre. Knife Wonder. I would want to work with Hank Shockley and the Bomb Squad.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And probably the last one, a coin flip between, there's so many people you could put there. You could put Premier, Pete Rock, Salaam Remy, But I probably will go with the Dungeon Family production, or either Jazzy Faye. I'm a big Jazzy Faye fan.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's, like I said, music is so broad, man. There's so many talented people from all different genres and walks of life. I just want to work with somebody who's willing to create something dope and timeless.
That's right. And as far as artists, who would you, your top five?
Top five, singing or rapping?
Let's do singers and then we can go rap.
Okay, singers all-time top five that I would have loved to work with. First and foremost, Michael Jackson.
Most definitely.
Prince. Yeah, absolutely.
Now,
Prince.
I did shed a tear when.
Oh yeah, I think we are. We rolled up and watched the funeral. Me and my brother sitting around smoking and crying like that was our uncle. Like we was in the way, but we all.
And not to mention, Mike was a whole lot more than just the microphone.
Absolutely.
Mike was a one hell of a businessman, man. The Sony BMG.
Yeah, that was Sony.
Hey, that's a different conversation. Sony BMG. Brother owned the Beatles.
Like Nas said, the part, Mike, we just said Sony ATV part that Mike Jack couldn't touch. He was saying that Tommy Mottola were trying to come get the rest of the. So.
I mean, there's no way he could have been broke if he had stopped spending.
Oh yeah.
Because once he died, it jumped back up again. But you said Mike, you said Prince. Go ahead.
Mike, Prince, Luther. And to be honest with you, I would just want to write for Luther. I wouldn't even want to sing on a song with him. I don't feel as if that's one person, like his voice is somewhere that I could never get to. My best.
Not to mention, there's a local guy that did write for Luther. Harold
Little, absolutely.
Wrote that Can I
Take You Out Tonight?
Take You Out Tonight.
Yeah, Harold, one of the best writers of all time.
That's right.
Because I mean, just you don't know my name alone. You know what I mean?
There we go.
But what I would say, this last one, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, of course, obviously, I would want to work with Anthony Hamilton, but Donny Hathaway would be who I would pick. And again, just to be
incredible range too.
Just to be able to be in the room with him working, I don't even have to say anything. I would just want to sit in silence and watch Donny work. Be honest with you, you know what I mean? Like to see that level of skill be portrayed excellent, man. Yeah.
All right, the last part of top 5 females that you would love to work with, future, past.
Is it females or MCs, just period?
Females. You said MCs already.
No, did we do MCs?
No, we did producers.
No, we did producers and singers. And I threw Whitney in there. So, all right, females that I would. Lauryn Hill.
Boogie.
Yeah, Lauryn Hill. I would love to write something for Mary.
Okay.
Because I think Mary is probably the most influential female artist of our time.
Queen.
And even though she's done a lot of different subgenres of music, we've never really heard Mary outside of the hardcore pain element or the heavy hip-hop influence element. So I would love to hear Mary J on something that's lighthearted, since most of her music is so heavy. Beyonce, I think Beyonce is probably the closest to Michael Jackson living today, in my opinion. I would like to do something with the chick. What's her Dua Lipa? She's talented. She's super dope. So what's that? That's 4. And round it out, I just like to look at Nicki or Cardi. You can coin flip them too. So yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. And MCs.
MCs. Rakim.
So that's your favorite of all time.
Yeah, Rakim. Jay, as in Jay-Z, obviously. J. Cole.
Role models.
Drake. I think.
Yes, sir.
I think with Drake and I both being able to sing and rap, that would be the possibilities could be crazy with that. And last, let's see, 5th that I like Kodak Black, man. It's just something about Yak, man. I don't ride around listening to him. I wouldn't want my kids to say that's their favorite guy.
Can't stop, won't stop.
But I love that dude for some reason. Just something about him, man. Just being a daddy, take care of my little children. Just something about him, man.
And the cool thing about Drake, for some reason, for a guy to be that far up the totem pole, he sees everything.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised.
Yeah, and
you might get a text.
You got ties to Richmond.
Yeah,
so deep ties to Richmond.
I mean, Richmond got ties to everything, man. You know,
Rich City,
baby. Yeah. So we're gonna roll now into the last segment. We're gonna have my man Ice James give us a little bit of his talent when we come back. Welcome back, Sports and Music Lounge. We present Mr. Ice James.
Yo. It feels like I'm so in love. It's like I'm yearning for your kisses and for your hug. You've gotten me addicted, girl, you are a drug. I wanna be around you, cause I can't get enough. I swear you're always running through my head. When I see you, I forget the last thing I said. The thought of you always brings a smile to my face. The thought of being your man, girl, I cannot erase. So I can't get enough. So I can't get enough. I can't get. This attraction seems to be an infraction on your time. I'm asking if it's passion or an infatuation. I'm wondering, waiting, am I mistaken or are you faking? The time is taken for action to happen. Stop procrastinating. I'm anticipating hours of love making. Yeah, boy, smashing your back, I'm breaking your breath, I'm snatching and matching. Your body starts shaking as you succumb to my tongue. You fighting as I'm biting on you slowly. You want me, you can't run, it can't anymore. Exhausted as you hit the floor, screaming, I am done. What's next, rough? You dreaming, thinking you're dreaming, screaming through the whole complex. Oh yes, you're the best. Don't stop. That's my brother. I'm moving with finesse, apply and striving to do my best and provide. And the boat that's fit for your ocean's capsizing. For the wait, checkmate. That was great. You came quick, I came late. Holla at you later. Bye bye. So I can't get enough. So I can't get enough. Keep going with y'all real quick, nigga.
I like that.
Appreciate you, bro.
I like that. I can't get enough.
It's when that chick got you gone, man. You know what I mean?
She got me gone.
We all been through that before.
Yo, bro, man, when you was singing that, Jang, man, I didn't know you gonna break out in that rap. I was like, oh, okay.
He told us already. Nah,
I mean,
this boy, he the full package, man. He the package. His son
he
told
came
him.
out there, I was like, oh.
Hey, what his son tell him? Hey, Daddy, why you ain't doing the music thing no more?
I mean, it came out like a smooth criminal with
He's
that.
singing the different medical packages, Daddy. He's singing out here, man.
Perfect segue. I'll kick this next jump real quick. I'm hoping to get Plunky on this. To be honest with you, so it's funny we brought him up earlier.
And the oneness.
Yeah, I reached out to him the other day, so hopefully we'll hear from him soon.
Oh, man.
She got me like. She got me messed up, man, that's where she got me stuck. Every time she come around me, I can't get enough. She got me like. She got me messed up, man, that's where she got me stuck. Every time she come around me, I can't get enough. Is this a crush or could this be us? Got me listening intently while you talk about lust. Deep inside my heart when she was talking about us. Man, she moves with divinity, sexy and still cuss. What the? I never felt this before. Eyes looking to the floor and she walking through the door. Staring at her belly button, this is love to the core. My pride's washing up to the shore. She got me like. She got me messed up, man, that's where she got me stuck. Every time she come around me, I can't get enough. She got me like. She got me messed up, man, that's where she got me stuck. Every time she come around me, I can't get enough. My feelings I'm revealing because you're so appealing. My heart is what you're stealing. I'm about to start squilling. Pillow talking about nightmares, knowing that you'll be right there. Take a couple photos with matching shirts and Nike Airs. Going to God seeking anointment, when your joints need ointment. Picking up prescriptions, driving you to appointments. Growing old in enjoyment, retiring from employment, knowing this was the Lord sent. She got me. She got me messed up, man, that's what she got me stuck. Every time she come around me, I can't get enough. She got me like. She got me messed up, man, that's what she got me stuck. Every time she come around me, I can't get enough. She got me like.
Hey man, I tell you, this chick that you say you can't get enough of.
Yo, that horn.
She must be so good. You throw it in the air and it turns into
I
sunshine.
like that snare and that horn.
But see, that's what Plum can come in and do.
That's why I said I would love to get him on there and just let him.
Yeah.
I want him to have a whole verse where he just go. You know, on some hidden beat stuff.
Yeah,
he just
man.
go.
That sample sick.
We're grateful for all of the children. They're the main reason why we live. Sometimes in this life we want to give up, but they're the main reason why we live. And I tell myself, oh Lord, one day we'll be gone. Until then, be holding on. One day we'll be free. Until then, we'll just be. We used to look up for all the answers, but nowadays we stare into the soul. The poisonous food is causing cancer. See, these are the things we need to know. So I tell myself, oh Lord, one day we'll be gone. Until then, we're holding on. One day we'll be free. Until then we'll just be. It's not the same world me from or kill dead. Things are much worse, it's sad to say. We pray that the Lord will come deliver me from me worldly ways. And I tell myself, oh Lord, one day we'll be gone. Until then, we're holding on. One day we'll be free. Until then we'll be begging ourselves to sorrow, causing destruction to sorrow. Who do they follow? They killing and they borrow, searching for tomorrow, leaving all us hollow. We're trying to teach them right from wrong. This is more than just a song. Hands in the air and sing along. Rolling up in light and haze, fighting just to make a way, fighting here for better days. One day we'll be gone. Until then, we're holding on.
That was dope.
Man, I I need my light up in this jam.
Light up,
You know what I'm saying? Fire.
Word. Appreciate y'all.
Here's my takeaway. We have a young man who had given up on his musical aspirations, went to work, was one day in the car with his son, throwing words back and forth, freestyling, and his son said to him, "Daddy, why you don't do this?"
Actually, I gotta give I did that 3 different times with all 3 of my oldest 3 boys. That was a game that I started with my oldest son, and I carried it on with my son that just turned 11 back when he was 9, and he was the one that was like, "All right, now do something with this." My oldest 2 boys like, "Hey man, you gotta hear Dad do it," you know what I mean? But they didn't really think that because they saw me fail so many times. You know,
Gotcha.
had label deals pending, you know, was on the cusp so many different times, and you know, it just wasn't in the cards yet.
Yeah, but I say that to say this, man. Your gift needs to be heard.
Yes.
You need to be seen, my man.
Yes, sir.
And I'm so happy, and we're fortunate that you came through the Sports and Music Lounge to share this with us.
Thank you.
And the viewers out there. No, you got anything else you want to say, my man?
Yeah, man. I want to say, you know, these past years, you know what I'm saying, during the pandemic, you know what I'm saying, I just want to say rest in power to a lot of the professional athletes that's gone. You know what I'm saying, the hip-hop artists, R&B, reggae, any type of genre, you name it, man. Rest in power to all you out there.
Yeah.
And while in the theme and the spirit of such, I definitely want to send another special rest in power to my big homeboy Joe Dozier. And I got to get his part of the story as well. If it weren't for John, his twin brother, pushing me to get off the couch and get into his studio, from my son telling me that I had the same conversation with John, and John was very instrumental in me getting back to it. So I got to salute my big dog, John Day, and rest in peace, Joe.
Cadillac boy.
Yes, sir.
Cadillac boy.
One more thing, man. Brittany Griner, Richtown waiting for you. You gonna come out there. We fighting for you. Brittany, we need you home, baby.
And I also want to give a shout out to a former guest on the Sports and Music Lounge podcast, Brandon Smith, former 5-star recruit from Penn State.
Okay.
Young man graduated. He's in the NFL now.
Yes, sir.
Carolina Panthers,
what's up.
4th round pick. So, want to congratulate that young man. Future's bright for him. And also, if you see the merch on the table, this is a new line from the Intrepid Genius. You can follow that at Intrepid Genius on Instagram. This is John's new Hope line that he has coming out. Got 2 truckers hats sitting here, but he also has a whole line of clothing, merch, and everything. And we're looking forward to bringing you all more of this type of inspiration and gifts in the Sports and Music Lounge.
We back outside.
Good night.
Peace.
Yeah. This is JC, no dots. Respecting LeBron James. I've always wanted to say that. Yeah. She said shut up and dribble. Yeah. Now show you how.
They want us to shut up and dribble. They want us to stay the man in the middle. And then when I pay that he diddle want me to remain that cat on the fiddle. Shoot over their head with haters. I'm a smooth operator, I can't breathe. Where's my ventilator? About to blow more fuses than a circuit breaker. Coming at the court, crossover. Euro step with the broad shoulder. Driving the air, about to knock over anything anyone gets sauced over. All of this years we fought over the right to have a voice to talk over. Now you looking all distraught over the fact that you getting all walked over. The test of time, we passed it. Then we got a little erratic. That's right, we holding up traffic. Ducking in your head, gymnastics. Cut from a different type of fabric. Beats not trying to be combative. Blunt force is your only tactic. Making moves with a mind telepathic. I'm awake now. My pupils on dilator. All I see is shades of black. No color, no words on my construction paper. What it do, hater? I am the facilitator. Sending the prayer. Hit the buzzer, beta. Game on.
Shut up and dribble.
I'm dribbling and dribbling.
Totally.
I'm dribbling and dribbling.
Shut up and dribble.
I'm dribbling and dribbling.
Oh my God. Shut up and dribble.
I'm dribbling and dribbling. I'm dribbling and dribbling.
Shut up and dribble.
I'm dribbling and dribbling. Let me show you